I'm live. Hey, Adam. How's it going? Back in the locker room today. I love when the mic just covers all of my face. It's a good look. Great. Hello and happy Thursday, hello and happy Thursday, everyone. I just finished lunch. I had a calzone, spinach calzone that was delicious. And Thursday's also kind of a busier day for my day job. So I felt like I was kind of rushing around, feeling very productive, very much like let's accomplish things, which is great. And then I have another meeting yes, I'm back in the locker room. I have another meeting right at 1 p.m. So again, it's a busy day, which is good. I actually love being busy. So definitely a positive thing. Whew, it's exhausting, man. It's all good, though. So, what is going on? I am actually going to log the calzone that I just ate because you know that I'm on this. I don't even want to call it a health and fitness journey because it's never ending. You never get there. But I want to see what the nutrition is like on that calzone I just ate. It was spinach. Spinach. I know there was cheese, so it's got some protein. Is it a health food? Absolutely not. No, this is homemade, so it does not have. Ooh, yeah. Oh, Sbarro calzones. Sbarro's like the worst place ever if you're trying to eat healthy because everything they have there is ridiculously loaded in everything. So, yes, the topic of this stream is not nutrition. The topic of this stream is going to be daily action steps. And I promise all of this relates because my computer's not plugged in. Oh, Daryl, hello. No worries about misspelling my name. Not a problem. It's a tough name to get right. There we go. Okay, so I'm plugged back in. Roland Holland, hello. The gang's in the house. Hello. So, the topic of this stream is going to be taking action, which is why I'm mentioning what I ate for lunch. I ate a spinach calzone and that I'm logging it. I use MyFitnessPal to log my calories. Guess who's back? Oh, yeah, Danny. Hello. Gang's all here. So I'm logging this in MyFitnessPal app. It's just not positive. It's not a great thing. I mean, I knew when I ordered a calzone that it wasn't gonna be the healthiest thing. I just really wanted it. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I have there's not reliable data. Nobody wants to log it because it's just so full of crap. Let's see. Protein, 32 grams of protein. I will take that. Lots of salt, though, so that's not so great. Thank you, Aramark. Spinach ricotta calzone. Okay, so the topic of this live stream is taking action, things you can do today, and in particular, my action plan, what I'm doing to take action. I don't know what that was, and how I'm moving closer to my goals. So, kind of a little bit, I don't want to say all over the place, but I'm not. All my stuff here. I have my notes. And so, what do you need to do on a daily basis and then breaking it down? So, daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. And something else that I'm going to be doing, and this will actually play very much into planning for my next video. So, the upcoming video for Saturday that I'm going to aim to get organized with today is going to be on gym membership, and is a gym membership a worthy expense when you're working toward financial independence? And I mean, I think yes. So I'm going to also try to do that using stock footage to kind of work toward my personal plan of using of doing more without my face, so which will free me up for more content stuff. Okay, so The other video I'm working on kind of in the queue is an update on my 5-year plan. So I did a video way back in 2017, and I listed out the goals that I had for the next 5 years and where I wanted to be. And I'm excited to do that update because I'm feeling overall positive about where I am 5 years later. Yes, Jesus locker room chat, exactly. Um, Daryl, actually, I'm glad that you're on. I saw your comment about wallet life and where to find the channel. I will leave a link. There's actually also, if you go to my about page in, if you go to the channel info, there is a link to, let me see if I can find where it is. I feature Wallet Life. It's a featured channel. So it's there on my about page if you're interested in seeing that. So I am actually looking right now. I can't share my screen just using the YouTube platform to stream. Eventually, I'll try to upgrade and get some software. I've used software. I've used StreamYard before, so I know how to do it. I just have to do it. So let me find that 5-year goal plan. Um, but I'll also put a link. I'll try to include a link. Hello, Anthony, Frame of Mind. Hey, hey, how's it going? I'll also try to include a link to Wallet Life in all my videos because that's going to be trying to build that one up too. So I'm looking for my 5-year goals from 2017, and I actually put a note about when that comes to, and it's this month, so March, whatever, of 2022. So I think I put it in the description, like an update, which is exciting because that means now that that 5-year period has passed, I get to set the next 5 years, which is it's gonna be great. It's gonna be wonderful. Okay, so videos, 5-year, I think. Okay. I think 5 years. I'm looking for the title of that video on my 5-year goals. Because of course then what you do is oh yeah, my 5-year plan. It's hilarious. Oh my goodness, so different. Let me just click I'll view on YouTube. Okay. So the way to set goals we know is you take your big goals and then you break them down into chunks, right? So if your ultimate goal is financial freedom, you get your number, you get your goal, and then you break that down into where you need to be. So we all know that life is not cyclical. Like life doesn't go in a straight line. You have like ups, you have downs, you've kind of like peaks and valleys. But the idea is to make that general trend upward. The idea is to have a general upward trend. Okay, why? Maybe if I quit out of everything else. My computer's running super slow. Of course. So, going back to 5-year goals and then setting goals for the next 5 years of my life. I actually think it's gonna be a lot easier than the first 5 years because easier and more challenging. I feel like the first 5 years, it was a lot of things that I couldn't directly control. So what that forced me to do was get real specific about what I could control. So I've learned a lot, in that time. So if I were to say the biggest things that I've learned in 5 years is, again, I can only control myself. And I can only take ownership, take action with myself. So that's the biggest change. And going forward. Hey there, and thanks for watching. So back in Okay, that's me. Oh, 5 years. 2017, Oh, this is the update from 2020. Never mind. This is the original video from March 2017. Okay, so here were the 5 things in my 5-year plan. That's so cute. Number 1, buy a house. Number 2, help sell or downsize my mom's house. Number 3, be and stay debt free. Number 4, location independent work. And number 5, buy a Subaru, meaning get married and start a family. So of those 5 goals, I've accomplished 2 of them. And I'm fine with that for where I am right now. Like, that's totally fine. Do I wish I was a little bit for 5? Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Do I wish I was further along? Absolutely, yes. Daryl, yes. My 5-year goal, Daryl Bratton, is to have my 5-year goals, still have my student loans forgiven, but that's not a financial growth goal. Thank you for, yes, pushing you to get a big audacious goal. Yes, absolutely. Oh, Danny Walker, yes. So wait, Danny, I'm saying, do you have 5 for 5 on your 5-year goal? I only have like 2 for 5. So, yeah. So location independent work and buying that Subaru. So we're on track to buying that Subaru. So I don't want a Subaru anymore, actually, which is funny. But sorry, let me reposition myself. So, ugh, it's exhausting. But you know what? It is what it is. And we just keep moving. Let me see. March 10th, 5 years from the date this video was published, was Thursday, March 10th, 2022. So again, I am. Cute thing was 5 years, 5 goals. Oh, I didn't even think of that. Yes, wonderful. So Danny Walker, the Singaporeans go with the 5 C's: credit card, car, country club, cash, and condominium. That's hilarious. Yes. Yeah. Country club, cash, condominium. Wonderful. Cute thing was 5 years, 5 goals. Yes, yes. Yeah, I think what's cute was, what I thought I could accomplish in 5 years, and I know I've heard that adage, people overestimate what they can accomplish in a year and underestimate what they can accomplish in 5 years. I've heard that. I've not found that to be true so much. I mean, I accomplished the things that were important to me and that were the most time limited, so that's good. Exactly, just be consistent. Adam, it's okay for goals to change. You're a different person than you were 5 years ago. Everyone is. Yeah, that's true. I'm just a little bit, I would say disappointed. There's nothing I could have done differently. Yeah, I lie. There are things I could have done differently. I could have moved on sooner, and I will say that till the day I die. Move on. Keep it moving. Just get on with it. Just keep it moving. That's probably one of my life mottos. Keep it moving. Daryl Bratton, you just did your last 5 years goals, but it's time to set them for the next 5 years. Yes, Daryl, what are your 5-year goals? I'm interested to hear. What were your last year's 5-year goals, and what are you looking at for the next 5 years? So, yeah, being consistent is key, and just making those, say, incremental steps in the right direction. And I guess I know what to do. The challenging thing is that life doesn't always come at a consistent pace, right? And sometimes I've found, at least, that it's like you can be going along at this bit, and all of a sudden you get like smacked with a bunch of things all at once, or you get smacked this way, and then you go up, and then you get smacked again. So I guess from learning from that, the most important thing is to be to gather what is it? Gather wheat while the sun shines, or something like that, to make hay while the sun shines. To do what you can while you can is the big thing. So sorry, I'm getting some work slacks in the meantime. So for the next 5 years, where'd my pen go? There it is. Next 5 years, 5-year goals, 5-year goals. So that's 2022 to 2027. Okay. Oh. Retired. Okay. Daryl, you retired from the government and got a pension and retirement home with 5 more acres. My pension pays for the retirement home. That's awesome. That's really, really cool. Yeah, that's the goal, right? To be able to have some passive income coming in, which the pension is certainly passive income, right? That you worked really hard for. Passive income that required active work to get there. So pardon me while I reply. Yes, we do. I will put you touch with the creative team that has access to them. The most up to date. Okay, and then let me go to the other one. Really not at the moment, but I will ask. Moment, but I will ask. Okay, so 5-year goals. Next 5 years. Oh, jeez. Daryl, that's awesome. Your next 5 years is 10 million rentals. You just came up with this. Awesome. That's fantastic. Danny, what did you want to do with your own business again? Was it drop shipping? Yes. So I've wanted to do e-com for a while because I've had the most success with that on eBay. Interestingly, selling car parts. So that is something in wholesaling. It was not drop shipped, but I would love to do drop shipping. And I don't want to say I got frozen, but I've tried it a couple times too, and I've taken a couple courses and I've used some software and I just kind of got frustrated and gave up. So I would like to revisit that. Again, it's that kind of back and forth conundrum of where do I put my energy? If you only have 10 minutes and then 10 minutes, like a free 10 minutes and 5 minutes and 10 minutes and 15 minutes and then 30 minutes here, where do you put that energy? So I know for me, and this has been something I've known for a while, that it starts by getting control of my day and making, just starting in the morning. And I've been slowly working up. Like, this is embarrassing, but it's sometimes like I'd sleep until I needed to be online at 9 a.m. So I, again, am working on that. I need to work like a dog during the weekends. Yes. It's true. It's very true. And yeah, that's just it. That's it too. Also getting stuff done on the weekend. Yes. And I think I got a lot of time that I can leverage there for sure. And I forget about that, Danny, because sales stress never, yeah, Danny, you work 90 hours a week. If you own your own business, the sales stress never leaves you. It's very, very true. Danny, remind me where you are again. I know that you had some insight in Long Island, but you're not in Long Island anymore. I'm just curious. So for sure. So yes, it never goes away. And that like terror overseas. Yeah. Are you in Singapore? Yeah. Yes, I hear that, especially for the weekends. It's like that's the only time I can get some time to breathe, and then I end up like comatose on the couch or something like that, which I can't really do, right? Can't do that. I mean, I can, but it's just not the most productive thing. Every day counts now. I think at my age, as I'm going to be 40, every day counts in getting started and kind of choosing where to scale up. And oh gosh, for me, again, focusing on YouTube, at least for the next month. The next month, my short-term goal is to get to $1,000 in revenue via YouTube, or just get to $1,000 in revenue. Oh, is this a Marco Polo? I hope it's Marco Polo. Oh, no, thank you. Will do. Great. Okay. Yay. Okay. So it's exhausting, but yeah, I could certainly make up some ground on the weekends. The truth, the eternal stress is a level that many cannot stomach. Yeah, fixed costs are monthly, so it's recurring income and it's about a pipeline. Yes, 100%. It's about a pipeline. And for me, I've found that the rule of 3 works. Just list out the next 3 things you need to do to get to where you want to be. Just the next 3 steps. So for me today, those 3 things, let me check my list. So I make the list, is filming the intro and outro for my Friday video, getting some stock footage. That's 1, 2. And 3, let's look into affiliates. That'll be my That'll be my third thing to do is to look into affiliates. Would you go into business with your spouse? Mm-mm. And we both kind of talked about this because I love him. I do not want to spend every waking minute of the day with him. Maybe. Never say never because I know that's a way to keep all the money in the family. I It's not my initial inclination. We actually have complementary skill sets. He's very techy. I'm more on the creative side. It's just not something that I would be inclined to do. I'd rather pay him as a contractor, which is what he's doing now. I know if both members of a couple are not on board, one will get slightly the other. Working like a dog over the weekends, just support is helpful, not necessarily co-working. Yeah, for sure. He's super supportive. He's really, really sweet. I think it's healthier for any relationship just to have that distance. I've seen it with my friends where it's just healthier to have some distance in a relationship. Again, I adore him and I want to stay that way with him. So I think I'd probably be more inclined to pay him as a contractor for his time if it came to that. If once my income's to that level, that would be the goal. Because he's really good at what he does. He's really good at data. So, oh, I'm trying to cut out the ums, guys. I'm sorry. So I'm like thinking in midstream. So something else, we went to go see The Lost City yesterday, the Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum movie. Very, very cute, but I'm like, all right, I'm kind of tired. I don't know if it was that or what it was, but it was good to get out, and I love doing that. Again, that's the way that we connect. Yeah. Daryl Bratton, I would not do business with my wife. Yeah, see, same. I'm like, I'd rather keep rise and fall on my own. Again, love him, but I'm like, I don't want to spend all that I don't want there to be even a possibility of blaming him or not being upset at him, but having that, I don't wanna say any type of lingering feelings over him. So my aunt and uncle actually owned a framing, like picture framing business together, and they did quite well. So I do have that sort of family history. Ugh, whatever. Um, but I think again, networking with the people that are really good at what they do is important. My wife and I are in business, our business partners, because she saw my interest in real estate and wanted to learn it on her own. Really, really clear communication. And turning it off at like 9 PM. Yes, yes. That's that's great. That's I think having very clear boundaries, and again, communication is just key when you're in any type of business with anyone, but especially with your spouse. And yes, having those clear boundaries set about what you talk about and when is important. Turning it off is hard too, right? So I guess at this age too, we're a little bit not set in our ways. We have our pretty defined career paths, and I know very little about his world. And for as accomplished as he really doesn't know a lot about my world either. So I don't necessarily think that we'd be inclined to do I just wouldn't be inclined to do a business with him at this point in my life. Again, could change. Who knows? Um, but yeah, so that is actually huge. Dana, going back to the weekends. So again, I usually take weekends off, and at this level, I just can't afford to do that anymore. So I think I might wanna yeah, technically already in business. Do you mean me personally or the 2 of us? Yeah, we're gonna say it's not a joint venture because it's not like a 50-50, it's 100-100. So, yeah, we are in the business of life together very much, and that's very clear, and I think one business of life is more than enough. You're already partners. Yes, very much. Very much. Yep. And it's wonderful, and I will say this, wonderful, period. It has gotten easier now that we are married. I find it a lot easier. Life is a lot easier now that I'm married, and I don't mean that, again, from a financial standpoint because we're both pretty much leveraged to the hilt in terms of our respective resources, but my emotional state has gotten a lot easier now that we're, legally married. It's like, "Oh, okay, like, I feel a lot better." So my life, I love it. I love that feeling. So I would advise anyone, like, just get married. It's nice. Um, but I mean, in terms of resources, again, nothing has changed for my life. If anything, like, we're both spending a little bit more because of the activities that we do together. So that's been a little bit challenging for both of us to negotiate in the space. Of course, we're in a 765 square foot apartment in Manhattan. So it is what it is, for right now. Yeah, I know. No, I know, it's so true, Danny. You're missing the point of weekends. You should be putting in the time you would have put during the week into the weekend. It's not about working hard for working hard's sake. Oh, 100%. Yes, 100%. There's 8 hours in the weekend. That's you can put 16 good hours into the business for sure. I just find that for me, like, mentally, I hit the weekend because of the day job and then doing this on the side during the week. I just hit the weekend and I'm just mentally spent. I used to be in a routine where I would work on the weekends and I would kind of take Monday off because it's a slower day at work and I can kind of use that as my like regroup day. But I've just found for me personally, if I work over the weekends consistently, I don't say get burnt out. So I think it really is more about being consistent and having routines that I can stick with rather than like sprints. Yeah, I know. I'm talking about 30 hours. Oh my gosh. It's about getting something off the ground. If you're not working on weekends, you're not getting ahead ever. I know, I know. This is true. 30 hours, it's an extra 120 hours a month. Yeah. You see your point. We both learned most of what Roland Holland, you both learned most of what you know about investing at the same time. So it's been easier than already being established and then coming together. Yeah. That's awesome, and I remember going to a real estate meetup where there was a young married couple that were just doing exactly what you guys seem to be doing, which is really cool, and I'm like, "Oh, yeah, that's a neat journey to be on." So yeah, Danny, I totally agree with you, that in order to build something, I will have to overcome that inertia, the whole flywheel concept to get the flywheel going. So, actually, if I were to do that and that's the thing too, because right now I'm just doing maintenance on this YouTube thing and trying to, so tired. You're still using your old email address to BCP. Oh, thanks. I am, um, if I were to put in that 30 hours to get anything up and done, it would be to start the drop shipping business because I've seen very positive results from that. So, that's where I would put the energy when I do start working those 30 hours. Yeah, yep, it's hard enough to manage a business, it's harder to get it off the ground, you need 18 times the effort to get started. Yes, yes, and this herein is the challenge. It does take 18 times the effort to get started, and just putting in that effort is exhausting. So, really making sure that you're putting in the effort and sticking to it. I think that's my biggest challenge is actually sticking to it. Although again, for this channel, do it's working. I put so much effort into getting it off the ground that I want to keep it going. I know, it's true. Quitting your job and going all in is actually easier. It's true. At this point, both of our benefits are relying on my job, which is how it is. Yeah, it's true. So I am not inclined to do that right now, although it may be a potential further on down the line. So we will see. Excuse me about that. But actually, at this moment, oh, excuse me, I'm gonna have to pull us to a close. Daryl, I'm glad that you're here, and I'm glad that you got your goals done. So let's set that for next week. Let's talk or for tomorrow. Let's talk about those 5-year goals. I'll take some time to think about mine. Danny, I'll make a plan for the weekend for my weekend, my 18-hour weekend, 30-hour weekend. Excuse me. And then we can recap and talk about goals. 5-year goals. So Daryl, I love your what is it, $10 million in real estate? That's awesome. Really, really great. 10 million in rentals. Oh gosh, that's amazing. Aw, thanks, Danny. I will call you. Okay. I know I actually looked up your email from a couple months ago. So yes, I will be in touch. I also do Marco Polo. Do you guys do Marco Polo? I've been doing that lately. So all right, guys, I'm pulling this to a close. I got a 1 o'clock meeting for my work. All right, take care, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.